Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. As today we take care of one last task around town, and then we gather our party and venture forth. Aside from the invisible drunk thing, we've got two other jobs we have to take care of, both of which require leaving the safety of town. So, given the wildly swinging challenge rating we've been running into lately, that should be interesting. Let's give it a gander. Obviously, first things first, we need to deliver these ingredients to Yasena. That'll take care of the clear and present danger in Gundren. Maybe we'll also be able to bring up the quarantine thing now that we've actually resolved it. Because there's no reason she wouldn't be able to go in and treat those poisoned people at this point. And nope, nothing new about the quarantine. Surprise, surprise. Wonderful, and in such a short time, too. Yasena leaves for a short while, then returns with a small bottle in hand. Tell him to drink this, and all will be as it should. May the great Serena bless him. Thank you, I will do that. Truly earth-shattering stuff here. Though I do somewhat wonder what Arisen would have used this guy for had we gone that route. Invisible shadow. Don't keep me in the dark here, brother. Did you find out anything about me? Ah, and now we get to make our choice. And again, I'm curious what Arisen's thing would be, but I don't trust him. I mean, that's the problem. I don't really want to enable whatever weird plot he's got going on. Hey, are you going to keep drinking if I give you this cure? Me? Drink? Not a drop. Never again. Just please help. Well, that's a shame. I wasn't actually trying to get you to stop or anything. I was just asking. Honestly, the real problem is binge drinking potions. You know, maybe just don't do that, especially when they're expired, like this one was. Really? You know, it did have these exquisite, moldy notes to it. Uh-huh. Well, here, look. Yasena brewed up this cure for you. One last potion for the road. An invisible hand snatches the potion from your fingers, and you hear several greedy gulps. That's an interesting flavor. Raspberry and woofer, is it? The man who materializes before you looks overjoyed. My body! My dear old body! Thank you, thank you! From now on, I'll be drinking only the tried and true stuff, I swear. I mean, I won't be drinking anything at all. I swear on Serena's tail, I won't. Yeah, I'm not really invested in trying to stop you, so, you know, have at it. Thank you for saving me. From now on, my first toast will always be to your good health. Well, hey, that's all the reward I need. That and the 1900 experience points. Well, that was an interesting sidetrack. Doesn't really seem to have any bearing on anything else in town. But it is fun to have, you know, just random filler missions. Makes the place feel slightly more alive. Alright, so next on our to-do list we've got the caravan run. This too shall pass. I haven't actually rested yet, but I think we're good for one more fight. What are you gawping at? Keep your eyes to yourself and move along. You know what? You're right. Let's move along on this highly dangerous escort mission where I am the only thing standing between you and certain death. I'm sure it'll turn out great for you. Oh. Well, I was really expecting it to drop us right into a fight. But, sure, let's have a look around. Seems clear thus far. What lies ahead? Ah, another wrecked caravan. Cart from the previous caravan. It was damaged in the attack, and its goods are scattered on the ground. I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I see organic material in there. I feel like the hunger that moves would have devoured all of that. No bodies, though. Maybe the hunger is only interested in corpses? Wagon's moving up again. Hey, guys. That's where the passage ends. Seems the creatures have some kind of intelligence since... Oh, wow. Did they set an ambush? No, wait, those are skeletons. You feel an alarming premonition, and notice that one of the men by the wagon is making strange movements with his hands. He's casting a spell. You stare at him, and he stares at you. In an instant, you understand each other without saying a word. He is controlling the living dead. So this was all just a trick, huh? Who are you really working for? The man is shaking, but naming his employer is an idea that apparently terrifies him more than you do. Better just kill me. If I tell, I'm done for anyway. You realize you're basically killing your own town, right? My town? I didn't choose to live a pathetic life in this bloody backwater. If I could show I was worth something, perhaps I could convince... Anyway, that'll never happen now, because of you. Alright, well, as much as I am often prone to the good options, I do lean chaotic good. I'm not seeing much reason to go easy on the guy who's been murdering his fellow caravanners and starving his own town. Especially not for such a selfish reason. You killed a lot of people, Tefan, and you were rude to me that one time, so I'm really going to enjoy this. Fury distorts the man's face. I did kill them, but I brought them all back. Every last one of them. Look! He laughs hysterically and rushes to attack you. Okay then. I'm definitely not feeling bad about taking this guy down. He is full-on crazy pants. Oh, is he actually undead too? Interesting. That actually does... Yeah, that would back up the idea that he's from or working for Ustalav. Because as we learned in the wedding episode, Ustalav has a thriving vampire scene. Oh, no. Scratch that. He's just a level 14 human cosplayer. Alright, fair enough. I mean, I guess the sun would have blown him up anyway. Also, we have carrion storms. That's a fun new foe. Murders of crows. I like that.
Retreat is not an option.
I was expecting slightly more than that, but okay. A couple of zombies on our flank. Let's burn them down. Not terrible, but probably should have just summoned something instead. Oh, shoot. Was he out of range? I thought he was just inside. Oh well. Thank you. Very helpful. No, not Axwoman. She's 3 days from retirement. Oh man, she's gonna get totally murdered. Alright, let's get someone on Tufan. Ooh. And of course, you got a crit in parting. Rough. Hang in there, Zorm. And yet more murder. These things are undead, so we'll keep channeling. Nice, nice. Not bad at all. Hey, you did a thing. Good for you. But, you know, I'll take it from here. Oh, did I just... Yeah, I mean, in my defense, I really thought that would steer itself around her like it normally does. What a tragic accident. I guess she wasn't as allied with us as she should have been. Sorry? Greater Skeletal Champion Guard. Oh my, wow, yeah, that guy's up there. This DLC has such a weird, like, CR spread. You know, one second we're fighting guys we're taking down in droves, and the next we're up against dudes with, like, 49 plus AC. But, I mean, we're managing, and they do generally have weaknesses, so I guess I can't really complain. Ah, that's annoying. Don't do that. Wasn't talking to you, Tufan, but I do appreciate your cooperation. Oh, right, we've still got these guys.
Cover me, all right?
Oh, right, we still had that guy, too. Yeah, these guys are just annoying. They're hard to hit, but they're not exactly tearing us apart. Oh, are you blind too? That is double annoying. I'm sorry, did that just say that Regil got 19 attacks? You're saying our Tufan was a necromancer? That explains why he was always hanging about the cemetery. Come on, guys. He said he was going to visit his dearly departed grandma. Ha! Anyway, we can handle things from here. You can head back to town. Yeah, that I will, once I've picked their bones clean. Seriously, though.
Oh, the waiting's
it
never
is
fun.
I mean, I think a lot of this DLC was handled by an outside studio. The thing is, like, I'm still having fun, but there's such a stark difference in the subtlety of the writing. Given that Owlcat is pretty deep into that Rogue Trader project, it does make me wonder just how much of this they personally handled, and how much they farmed out to the other studio. That said, I am definitely still enjoying it. I've seen a whole lot worse, and, you know, it's not just the writing that hooks me in these games. I like the area designs, the story's intriguing. I mean, heck, I played through 2 Solasta campaigns, and the writing in that game's about as goofy as it gets. Speaking of which, they actually just announced a 3rd Solasta campaign, coming out in May, I think. I'll be sure to include that on the Q2 interest poll, so be sure to vote for it if you want to see more Solasta. Goodness knows, I wouldn't mind playing for it, regardless of the writing. Alright, so no real notable loot here. No clues, either. Just the knowledge that this guy was working for some mysterious force that's against Gundren. So that makes 2 now, him and Bjordalf. I'm still guessing Arisen, but we'll see where this goes. Man, we're only like halfway into the episode. I guess we've got time to go hit the shrine. Let's go have a quick chat with What's-His-Face, get our reward, then maybe do a quick follow-up with Arisen. Then we'll rest. We'll rest and we'll get our shrine on. It's always a pleasure to see you. What brings you to me? I'm all ears. Oh, you know, just thought I'd let you know the pass is open again. It turns out it wasn't the hunger that moves, it was the guy you put in charge. Turns out he had a bone to pick with Gundren. One of my lads, a double-crossing necromancer. Serena, protect us. Dark things are afoot in Gundren, you mark my words. The merchant frowns and shakes his head. As for you, many thanks for your help. From me, from my lads, and from the whole town as well. Hey, it was my pleasure. He was rude to me that one time, so I was happy to murder him. Kill him in totally justified self-defense. Bracers of Mighty Boar. These bracers are adorned with fragments of a boar's tusk. They grant the wearer a +6 enhancement bonus to Strength ability score. Whenever the wearer charges using a natural attack, their first attack this round has its base damage dice tripled. Holy moly, so +6 to Strength and triple charge damage. Well, triple base charge damage. That's pretty incredible. And you know what? They're bracers, so they're pet pal compatible. My goodness, 41 strength. Granted, with a 5% chance to turn against us at the beginning of each fight, but I'm going to say... worth it? Also, I have no idea why it was saying Reg got 19 attacks that last fight. That, I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. Alright, let's get some rest. We'll rest up, we'll rebuff, then we'll hit the Forest of the Spirits. Given the completely bonkers CR spread here, let's go ahead and rebuff our skill bonuses. We could actually do this one now. But only once, because we only have the one Shadow Clover. No, we'll stick with our normal recipe. Mulled wine, I think.
I love any excuse for a party, me. That goes double for wartime. You need to seize every chance you can get to celebrate. Take today, for instance. It's our leader's birthday. Ain't that great? Happy birthday, Chief! Come to think of it, how about we make today a public holiday? You know, in honor of our leader's birthday. We can take the day off and just sit here by the fire, drain a flask, or two, and tell stories, and not have to fight a single mangy demon. Pure paradise.
I mean, I feel like you missed the date by a few days, but I like where your head's at. Thanks, Voljiff. Okay. I think we're pretty much done in town, so yeah, moving on. Actually, and still nothing. Okay, that's fair. You know, given that we are probably going to have to kill this guy, let's go ahead and grab those arrows while we're here. We'll also dump some vendor trash real quick. I don't think there was anything else that really jumped out at me. Alright, see you around, Arisen. I'm sure we'll find something incriminating sooner or later. Y'all know the drill. Let's hit the pause button real quick. I'll get our guys rebuffed, and we'll be right back. And we're back, fully buffed and better than ever. Let's check out the Forest of the Forgotten Spirits. Okay, seeing some sort of monolith surrounded by human bones. Not great. Ah, nice and gloomy. Let's get some extra lights up. I guess that's a little helpful. Wrecked caravan. The carts were destroyed and the horses killed, but there are no human bodies and the supplies are untouched. This doesn't look like the aftermath of a robbery. Ooh, a note. I'm writing this because no one but this paper will ever believe my words. Our caravanner said we shouldn't go into these woods, but the other road was blocked by a mudslide. Oh, if only we'd known. We would have stayed there and cleared the way with our bare hands. This place is pretty quiet during the day, but don't let that fool you. It shows its true face only at night. I'm so scared. We made it through the night, but the sun will set again, and another night will come. Gods, help us. Pretty spooky. Oh, we've got a door. And some corpses. So I guess it wasn't Tefan. He was very keen on recycling. A sturdy gate adorned with the image of a sun and a crescent moon. You notice 2 holes that look like keyholes. Right. Seems straightforward enough.
Trivial.
A grueling battle took place here. Judging by the evidence, these fighters were ambushed by Nabasu demons, which may still be lurking nearby. Really now? Well, if that's the case, then let's go ahead and reward ourselves with another layer of buffs. Bear with me for a moment. There it is. Been a while since we busted this thing out. And we're good. Well, that's not Nabasu, that's Ghast Knights. But I imagine we'll have some swooping it up pretty quickly.
We'll make things right.
Nice. Lighting up the night.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
In we go.
Kneel before me.
Well, hey there. Backline's just out of range.
Out of my sight.
Nabasu 2. And 3. Womp womp. That's a bit close. I don't like that. And fall back.
You are nothing before me.
Yeah, just hang back. We've got this.
This one's mine.
Okay, and that said he got 22 attacks, but I counted 6, so... Oh, hi there. Is it safe yet? No more danger whatsoever? You hear the rustle of shrubbery, and a terrified halfling runs out toward you. Twigs and leaves are stuck in his hair. I thought I was done for. It was so scary, so scary. If only we knew what it was. But we don't know. We don't know. Okay, maybe take it down a couple of notches. We're in the middle of hostile territory. There's not enough chamomile tea in the world to describe all that's happened to me without shouting. My team and I came to this grove when we heard about the supernatural activity in it. But what's happening here is much, much worse than anything we've dealt with before. So you knew this place was haunted, but you came here anyway. What, do you think you're the Ghost Facers? I'm Vinchek, chronicler of a company of spirit catchers. Dead and no less pesky for it is the title of my book. Don't tell me you haven't read it. You don't know what you're missing. Trust me, if I had seen a book with that title, I would have absolutely read it. Okay, well, describe what happened to you. Why are you in the bushes screaming? Ghosts! Because there were ghosts everywhere. They roamed and moaned and roamed and moaned, and there was no end of them. When we arrived, it looked like a fairly ordinary wood to us. How many ghosts can you meet in a wood like that? No more than a couple is my expert estimate. Yet strange sounds awoke us in the middle of the night, and we saw dozens of them. We dropped everything and ran. We even left our beloved horses behind. Sugarlump and Dewdrop and Marblebead, too. Oh, ye gods, I was so fond of Marblebead. We abandoned our poor darlings and hid from the ghosts in a cave we found. Everything was quiet, and we thought we were saved. But no, fate wasn't done toying with us yet. Some monstrous creature slipped out of the darkness of the cave. It snatched my colleagues, and now I'm bereft of my dear little Marblebead and my fellows. All I've got are my own 2 feet, sore from all the running, and some great material for my next book. Wow, way to stick to your priorities there. I kind of respect that. So, ghost. Yes, that's precisely what I said. And if you don't believe me, stick around this forest until midnight and you'll see for yourself. Wait, so you guys call yourself the spirit catchers, but you weren't actually trying to catch spirits? Why not? The halfling stares at you, perhaps finding it hard to believe you are being serious. You haven't heard of us? That's more amazing than the ghostly little old lady who insisted I try her ghostly pie. Inappropriate? Spirit catchers. No? Not the slightest spark of recognition? We're a team that goes where there's a chance of finding something extraordinary and supernatural. Spirits are our line of work. The fools didn't stay home. They went looking for oglins, trying to bring misfortune down on their heads. Well, they found what they were looking for, so why aren't they happy about it? Well said, Ulbrig. I mean, they're definitely no ghost facers. They would have actually faced those ghosts. But hey, look, I'll try to find your buddies. Can't guarantee they'll still be alive, but I'll find them. The halfling's eyes well up with tears of gratitude. Thank you, 1,000 thanks to you. And if you find Marblebead too, I'll mention you in my next book. Finding your fellows gets heartfelt thanks. Finding your horse gets me in your book. Again, really nice priorities there, buddy. Okay, so how long do we have on those wards? Oh, 27 minutes. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's push on. Keep an eye out for the spirit. Oh, is that one? Is that one right there? Old journal, page 117. So this is someone who's been here longer. Day. I don't know what day number it is. And what's the point of counting anyway? Just another day of my torment, that's all. I can't take it anymore. I can't. The voices creep into my head. Their whispers are doing something to me. Maybe they never intended to come inside? They lied. They wanted me to come out. It's so hard to breathe. I've tried leaving this place so many times, but the trail just led me back to my cabin. There's no way out? I know. That beam under the ceiling terrifies me. I can't look away. Very intriguing. So we need to keep an eye out for a cabin and a beam under the ceiling. Either a wooden beam or a A beam of light, perhaps? Oh, hey guys, what's up? Old journal, page 11. I've spent more than 2 months here. It's a calm place, untamed, desolate, but calm. That is to say, it was calm when I first came here. As the days pass, I feel this ever-growing unease. And the reason, I just can't put my finger on it. It feels as if a caustic mist rolls over the grove, and drops of its poison make the leaves wither, and the roots dry up. But it's a trick of the imagination. I should end my shift and get some rest, drop by the tavern in Gundren, after I've dealt with the troublemakers. I found unearthed graves yesterday. Must be the work of some local brats. Oh, I'll catch them yet. Interesting. Oh, living people. Hi, hey there. Halt! Halt right there! Whoever you are, you ought to know this place is dangerous. Some of us are sick with something, and I don't know if the thing's contagious. Yeah, there's a lot of that going around lately. Who are you? A scouting squad. We were hired to find out how bad things were in this grove. And find out we did, at quite a cost to ourselves. He nods at his squad mates. We've been cursed with some magical blight. We've got nothing to treat it with. Our sick won't make it as far as the town. And we won't abandon our own. If you don't help us, we're done for. And who are you? I don't recall seeing your party in Gundren. Oh, you know, just Vex Godglove, living legend. Commander of the 5th Crusade. Perhaps you've heard of me? This is Kaz. Now I don't even know how to ask a big shot like you for help. But we do need help. Okay, well, what exactly happened to you? What are we looking at here? One of our number went scouting into a network of old caves. Strange sounds were coming from there, and checking everything around here is exactly what we'd been hired to do. So back he came, and he looked shaken. He was talking about some sorcerer and his corruption, and then suddenly he collapsed on the spot. We thought he'd sleep it off, but ever since he came back, the rest of the squad have been feeling weak, too. So it looks like he was right about the corruption. The sorcerer has hexed us with a sickness that's going to make sure we all die here. Yeah, that's rough. I don't suppose you found out anything useful about this place before you came down with the sickness? This place is unclean. I wouldn't spend another night here if not for our mission. The squad leader spits on the ground at his feet. Ghosts rise from the earth as soon as darkness falls upon the forest. I haven't seen them, but it's what my lads say. Perhaps the sickness has clouded their minds, but for whatever reason, I believe them. Interesting. There's also a swamp here, and there's something uncanny about it. Again, I don't want to be a teller of scary tales, but you're better off keeping away from it. The locals say there are spirits living in it who are happy to pull an absent-minded traveler down into the bog, and then gnaw their bones clean, I suppose. Well, I mean, you just literally made that last part up right in front of me, so I'm gonna maybe take that with a grain of salt. So why'd you take this job anyway? Because of money? Yeah, I respect that. We've been paid by the chief of Gundren, to do some scouting. And that is very interesting. I wonder if it was actually him, or if it was Bjordolf acting in his name. So how can I help you guys out? What exactly do you need me to do? We can't bring the sickness to Gundren, and our infected won't make it that far away. I'm begging you, find some medicine to treat this scourge. Yeah, I can do that. If you don't help us, no one will. Alright, well, I'll look into it. In fact, maybe I can do something right now. Just, hang tight. Okay, so we've got 2 sick. They do have illness auras on them. And we actually have a Wand of Cure Disease that I have been meaning to burn through for quite a while now.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
Oh, 3 sick. Maggot infestation. Delightful. Oof, and odds are not in our favor. At least not with the wand. But we'll still burn through it. Might as well. Free up the belt slot. I'm really going to live? That you are, my friend. That you are. I am very pleased to see that we could actually cure you. You know, after we couldn't neutralize the poison on those other folks. Okay, so where do we have remove disease on Darren's spell list? Wait, did I... Oh my goodness, I think I took remove sickness instead of remove disease.
I like you.
Well, gosh darn it. Okay. Oh, there's 4. These guys keep multiplying every time I look back. No luck on the kit, so we'll have to... I mean, I could fix that with the heal spell. I mean, in theory, we should be able to find something in this forest that will heal them. So I hate to burn 3 heal spells to resolve it early. You know what? I'm just going to sit on that. We'll come back to it next time.
See? I'm indispensable.
This is a place of worship. You see the remnants of offerings, dried flowers and herbs. The deity that was worshipped here must have been relatively benign. I mean, yeah, I'm not seeing any human remains scattered around, so it seems fairly innocuous. Oh, Rod of Empower, that's fun. And we're being attacked. Fall back. Fall back, fall back, fall back. Lifeless Poet. So how'd that work out for you? Lights out. Okay, see, so that was slightly more attacks than he's normally supposed to have. I'm gonna... You know what? I might have to reset his equipment, maybe? I'll poke at that and try to see if I can figure out what's going on. It does feel like his number of attacks are going up each time he activates, so... so it must be something that only started recently, like maybe last episode. It's only now that it's getting so ridiculous that it's hard to overlook. Because, I mean, yeah, under normal circumstances, he and Zorm would have a combined, like, 10 or 12 attacks, something in that area.
Retreat is not an option.
And we're good. Honestly, that fight seemed pretty easy, even without Regil spontaneously transforming into a wheat thresher. I feel like we would have mulched through that one pretty quickly. But man, look at that giant stack of vendor trash. That is fantastic. That'll really help offset the 100G we dropped on those magic arrows I'll never remember to use. Alright, folks, we're past time, so I feel like this is a good place to call it. Especially since I now have to figure out what's going on with Regil anyway. Plus I have to make a decision about how we're going to handle the hunter situation. I could theoretically resolve that right now with 3 heal spells, which might be worth doing. But I'll mull on that for a bit. We've got a couple of days. We'll hit the pause button for now. I'll take stock of our guys, poke at Regil's loadout, figure out what we're doing with the hunters, and we will pick up here next time. Seems like there's plenty more forest ahead of us, so I am very intrigued to see what awaits us further in. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Dragon Matrix 7, Mathew Smith, Revenant, Alois, Drakiith, V23, EgonAlter, Emile, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Kazorm, Mark Giemza, Nathan Welch Jr., OverlordPherom, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.
It's our leader's birthday! Ain't that great? Happy birthday, Chief!